Hi guys, you're welcome back to my YouTube channel. If you love this video, please don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also share this video with your family and friends. Today I'm going to show us how to cook native rice. The native rice I'm talking about is that type of rice that we normally have back home, where we will boil the water and all the condiments, then later on we add our rice, and then we add our palm oil at last. Keep watching as I'm going to show us how to cook the native rice with palm oil. Come with me as I'm going to show us the condiments for cooking the native rice with palm oil. These are the condiments for cooking native rice and palm oil. Here we have our rice, a local rice. Here we have a fresh pepper. We also have a crayfish and a 2 Maggi cube. We also have a local onions, 1 medium size of onions. And we also have a smoked fish. We also have salt to taste. And then we have our palm oil. Normally, back home, when we want to prepare this kind of rice, we don't need meat to cook this rice. It's only fish and palm oil and all these ingredients that I have shown us now. First and foremost, we are going to parboil our rice. I am going to light our stove. I'm going to add water to the pot. Then I'm going to add my rice. Then I will stir it a little and then cover it up. Here we are going to allow this rice to cook for about 7 minutes, and then we remove it and wash it before other things will follow as I'm going to show us. Keep watching. My rice has cooked well, so I'm going to wash it. I'm going to put water and wash it. I'm going to add water to the pot and put it on fire for it to boil before I start putting other things. Keep watching. I'm going to slice my onions. Here is my chopped onions that I'm going to add to my native rice. I'm going to add my crayfish to the boiled water, and then I will add my pepper. This pepper is very hot, so I'm going to add a little quantity to it. Then I'm going to add a little quantity of onions so that I will add this remaining one later. I'm going to add my Maggi flavor. Then I will add my salt to taste. Keep watching. I'm going to add my washed smoked fish. I've washed my fish properly, and so I'm going to add it. This type of rice, you don't scatter this fish. Remember, it is the native way that we are using to cook this rice. So you don't scatter the fish. You just wash it and put it like that. We are going to cover our pot and allow this sauce to cook very well for about 4 minutes before we add our rice. Wow, our rice sauce has boiled very well. We are going to test it and see if the salt is okay. That's good. The salt is okay. I'm going to add our rice. After adding the rice, we are going to stir it a little to allow it to mix. You can see the rice on fire. This type of rice is usually prepared in the village, and so that is why we call it the village way of cooking rice. You can see that even the face of this rice is already telling us how sweet this rice is going to be. After this, we are going to allow it to cook for about 10 minutes so that the rice will be properly cooked. So we have to cover it up. Wow, this rice is a very good rice that can absorb water very well. So we are going to see if there's still water in it. There's not much water, and we are going to test the rice itself and see whether it is soft. If it's not soft enough, then we are going to add a little water. The rice is still strong. We are going to add a little water to it so as to make it soft. We are going to allow it continue to boil. Then we test it and then add our palm oil. Our native rice is going to be ready soon. Keep watching. Look at the way it's boiling. We are going to cover it up. Yes, our rice has boiled very well and the water is getting dried. So we are going to add our remaining onions. After adding the remaining onions, we are going to add our palm oil last. This is our palm oil. I am going to shake the bottle so that it will mix up very well. And then we pour it. After adding this palm oil, we are going to allow it to cook so that the water in it will dry up very well. We are going to cover it up. You can see how we prepare our native rice. This rice, we are preparing it in a native way. You know how rice can be prepared in a native way? It is by cooking it and adding oil to it last. So, no frying, no stew. Keep watching. Wow, our rice is well cooked. So, we are going to serve it. You can see that our rice is well cooked and it's ready to be eaten. Wow, see our rice well cooked and served. This is the native rice that I have prepared today. You can see how beautiful it is. You can see how beautiful and tasty it looks in the eye. I know that you are going to prepare this at home for your family. I hope you have seen how we prepare the village kind of rice. This rice used to be very sweet. And so, please don't forget to prepare this rice at home for your children and for your lovely husband. This rice is mostly prepared during a burial ceremony where they will cook all the rice and the ingredients and then pour oil on top of it at last. That is usually the way of cooking this native rice. So if you love this video, don't forget to thumbs up and subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also share this video with your family and friends. See you in my next video. Bye.